Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Lynn Sanders at Difference Makers Media, and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be learning about how to promote yourself for success, promoting yourself and your business. You know, people make judgments based on how we look and how we sound, so it's really critical that we promote ourselves in the best way possible. I'd like to share some important tips with you today. I've been promoting companies both large and small for 25 plus years, and there are certain elements that they all share that make them successful in their promotion. So today, let's talk about them. First, have your pens ready so you can write this down. You want to promote yourself in advance. So if you're going to be speaking at an event or speaking online, you'll want to let people know in advance, obviously, so they can show up. For online events, the advance notice could be as simple as even a few hours or a day or a week. Just let people know the day and the time, whether it's a time frame of Central Time, Pacific, Eastern, so that everyone is tuned in. If you're going to be speaking offline, like at an event, you'll want to probably give the media notice at least a week or two in advance. Or if it's something that's really big, it would probably involve several months in advance so that magazines can capture your talk in their news. Here are some key points that you'll want to know when you're promoting yourself. First, use key points or bullets. Don't read off a script. And you'll want to use anecdotes so people will remember what you are saying. Anecdotes are little stories, and I'm going to be sharing an anecdote with you in just a moment so you'll remember that tip even more effectively. So that next tip is know your material and know it well. So that means practicing, but you're practicing from your heart, from key points. When you know your material, you want to speak in a very natural way. You don't want to have a voice that sounds too high or a voice that sounds rushed. Listen to how you talk. You want to practice that, and then perhaps you can record your voice and listen back and see that it sounds natural. Here's the anecdote that I would like to share with you, and it relates to being aware of your vocal quality and having energy when you speak. I'm reading a book right now by Julie Andrews. It's her biography of her early years. When she first started out, she was a professional singer and she did very well all across England. Then she came to America and she was asked to star in the lead of My Fair Lady as Eliza Doolittle. Well, Julie had never been in a dramatic role before and she was having some trouble acting. Her co-partner, Rex Harrison, was a very accomplished actor, but he had never been a musical actor before, so he was learning his part in singing. But he didn't like the way she acted, and he complained and grumbled that perhaps they should get someone to replace her. Well, the cast knew that Julie needed help, and fortunately for her, Moss Hart was the director. He was a very experienced, award-winning playwright, actor, and director, and he did not want to replace Julie. So he took her aside and asked her if she would be willing to have private coaching for 2 days where she would be hearing all different comments and criticisms and be willing to make changes. Of course, Julie wanted to have an effective part in the play and wanted to do her best, so she agreed. For 2 days, she was grilled on every line, and there were times when she would just break down crying, but she knew she had to keep moving forward. She had that determination. At the end of the time, she realized that she had now become Eliza Doolittle. She knew her material well, and she spoke with truth. She really felt the part. She felt the energy. The cast noticed the difference the next day, and she was so effective that she actually ended up being very famous from her part as Eliza Doolittle, and the play ran for 2 years. It was a great success story. So it goes to show that it helps when you not only know your material well, but you speak with a vocal quality that has energy and that resonates true to you. Here are some other tips. Number 3, you want to make eye contact. Now that sounds like an easy thing to do, look people in the eye, but I have to tell you that I myself didn't realize what eye contact meant through the computer. Most computers now have a webcam, a little light, a little camera at the top of the computer, and you want to look directly into that computer so your audience will know you're looking at them. And that's an easy thing to forget. So when you're speaking, whether it's publicly, offline, look people in the eye and smile and engage with them, and they'll know that you care and you really want to relate to them. When you're speaking through a computer, you want to look directly into the camera. And sometimes that takes propping up your computer too, so the camera and your eyes are at eye level. Next, you want to look your best. So that means wear clothing that you're comfortable in. Wear shoes. Use shoes that are shined and look good. Make sure you're comfortable with your hair and makeup. All those qualities add up. People tend to make judgments about others by how they're looking. So you want to feel comfortable that you look your best. Last but not least, point number 6, follow up with attendees. So if people are listening to you in a live presentation, I would recommend having them sign in with their name, email address, and phone. You can follow up with them afterwards and find out if they have needs that you can help them meet. Or maybe they're potential funders or donors that would be interested in learning more about your organization. If people are listening online, if you have a landing page, which is a one-page website where they would optionally put in their name and email address, you can follow up through emails. If it's a format like this, which is a live broadcast through Google Hangouts on air, obviously I don't have anyone opting in, but if people do engage with me by making comments on the page, it's helpful to follow up and find out how I can best serve them. I've found that marketing today is no longer interruption marketing. We don't usually make sales as easily if we just call people cold on the phone. Instead, the way to be effective is educational marketing, making presentations, promoting yourself by adding value. That's the key. And so today I'm going to sum up these 6 points that will help you in promoting yourself effectively. First, you want to promote yourself in advance. And that means giving people at least 2 weeks notice offline or even an hour or a day online. Secondly, know your material and know it well. So you want to speak to key points and don't read off a script. Be natural. 3, be aware of your vocal quality and have energy. Remember the story about a Julie Andrews, how she changed and became the part of Eliza because she had energy and really felt that part. 4th, make eye contact. Whether you're offline at an event, look people in the eye, or if you're speaking through the computer, look that camera right in the eye. 5th, look your best. Make sure you're comfortable in the clothing you're wearing. And last but not least, follow up. Make sure your attendees know that you care to hear what they thought about your presentation and see how you can best serve them. Thank you again for listening. This is Lynn Sanders at Difference Makers Media, and may you continue making a big difference out in the world and helping people. Thank you again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.